Good morning, welcome to Mortimer's YouTube channel. Today I will, as a gypsy, speak about the Romani people in Europe and about their origins in India, the link to India, the Romani in Europe, and the Romani as foreigners in Europe. Okay, I will start with what I noticed and what I saw on social media, and this is that there is an anti-Roma sentiment to kick them out or that they should go back to India. And this is quite mainstream, became quite mainstream in the comments. This is unusual for every other ethnic group, not even for real Indians. So that the Roma should go back to India or to kick them out. Or they're all thieves and they should be kicked out. Okay, I will start with their origins and their migration route. It's true the Roma originated in India, and the migration route led them through the Middle East to Europe. That was in the 6th century. I mean, they migrated westwards and they arrived in the Balkans in the 12th century. And they were first time mentioned by a European chronicle in the 14th century by Friar Simon Simeonis on an island in Crete, in a town in Crete in Greece. By the 15th century they reached Germany, and by the 16th century they were recorded in Scotland and in Sweden. Okay, I will add the migration route. That the Roma, the migration route of the Roma. Okay, this is a fact. So the Roma originated in India, but we are all out of Africa, and there are other ethnic groups who have their origins in Asia or in the steppe, like the Hungarians or the Bulgarians, and they are now normal Europeans. While the Roma retained quite a lot of South Asian genetics, it's only 1/3. And I will add, so it's more than what the Hungarians have. That's why and they look different. But they are still not Indians, they are Eurasians. And this is what they are genetically. Also, they have a unique mix of genetic components, and through the genetic isolation through centuries and intermarriage, they became quite unique. I'm not saying the Roma are fully European or white, but they're also not Indians. And Wikipedia states the Roma are Indo-Aryan people. While the Romas do speak a dialect of the Indo-Aryan languages, genetically they originated from the lower castes, who have their origins in the aboriginal ancestors of Indian people and not in the invading Indo-Aryans. And the Roma mix with the Middle Easterns and the Europeans. And that's why the Roma maybe appear similar to Indo-Aryans or Northern Indians, but they're distinct, they're different. The Indo-Aryans are characterized by the haplogroup R1A, and the Roma have the original ancestors of Indian haplogroup H. So the Roma are different, the Roma are unique. The Roma are neither fully European nor fully Indian. They are a South Asian people. And this is how I see this. And I don't think the Roma are Indians. Also, the Indians have a very different experience than the Roma and very different stereotypes. The Indians in the West who migrated to the West are considered a model minority. And they have very different stereotypes about them, like that they eat curry and they are nerdy and high tech, involved in do high tech jobs. And the Roma have very different stereotypes. The Roma are stereotyped as petty thieves. The Roma are stereotyped as fortune tellers. The Roma do not eat curry. Yes, that's why you have the Roma, you have the Turks, you have the Afghans, you have the Indians, and you have the Europeans. And the Roma stand out and they're unique. This is important to me. I don't think the Roma are Indians, but some other Roma do, even some other Roma disagree with me and they think Roma are Indians. And the conference at the International Romani Union in India stated that Roma are children of India, and some Roma asked India to recognize them as Indian diaspora. But my personal opinion is that I disagree with it. You can be proud of your link to India, your origins, but we are not exactly Indian anymore. We are distinct. Okay, and that being said, even if we originate in India, that was over 1,000 years ago, and Roma are in Europe since the 12th century, and they were heavily persecuted, so there is a responsibility of Europeans for the Roma. Why there is a responsibility, you ask? Why I ask why is there a responsibility from Germany for the Holocaust or by the United States for slavery of the blacks? It's also acknowledged that there is a responsibility and these people suffered marginalization and this has an influence on who they are. So there's I say for the same for the Roma, there's a responsibility of Europe for the Roma because of the persecution. I spoke in other videos about the persecution. And even the citizenship, why Roma should not be kicked out, why they are citizens. There are two types of citizens, ius soli and ius sanguinis. Ius soli is if you're born somewhere, and the Roma are since generations born in Europe, and ius sanguinis is if you track your bloodline to this particular group. But most countries, like Germany or Italy, acknowledge a small blood quantum, like you are half or a quarter, one of your parents was. In Roma, they do qualify also because they have a lot of European genetics. And they do have genetic ties to Europe. They are not fully European, but they do have genetic ties to Europe. And in most countries, you don't need to be fully European to have a citizenship. You can be half black and have citizenship, or one of your parents is European, you have citizenship. So Roma have by all means they have the citizenship, but by all criteria they are citizens of Europe, and they have a right to be citizens of Europe. And Europe has a responsibility for the Roma. The Roma influenced Europe in many ways by their music. Some classical composers were influenced by Romani performers. I will highlight that. And for example, there are lots of words in English which are of Romani origin. I guess the most famous is chavi or chavo, which means a young boy of a popular subculture. And this is of Romani origin. And the Romani influenced art, the artistic representation of Romani, how the Romani were portrayed. Even Vincent van Gogh portrayed the Romani. And there's Esmeralda or Carmen. So the Romani made an influence in art. The Romani influenced Europe, and Europe would not be the same without the Romani. Yes. And that being said, whether they are Europeans or Indians or Eurasians or whatever, I said my opinion what I think, but they are humans, not a statistic. Roma are humans, not a statistic. And it would be politically incorrect to say about any other ethnic minority they should be kicked out. Or that they should be deported. But it's quite common about the Roma. People still didn't realize it's politically incorrect. This is ethnic cleansing and leads to genocide. Roma are humans, not a statistic.